Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tanya and You, Chapter 8. Let me get this thing set up properly. As you mentioned, we're going to have a little bit of a shorter class today, and we should be able to continue Chapter 8 next week. Okay.
Okay.
So,
It's big.
Boker Tov, good morning.
We're Tove. Good morning.
Let me set this up properly. Okay. So, good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Dina. Chapter 8. That's where we're up to. Just a little thoughts on the beginning of chapter 8. It's a powerful, powerful chapter. The beginning of it is a continuation to what we've been speaking over the last few chapters. But between the lines, you see that he's saying something unique, something special. So if you remember, we have this discussion about the
Papas Novas.
the various things in the world, and we spoke about everything is ultimately has a spiritual energy. We spoke about the spiritual energy behind physicality, behind our thought, our speech, our action. Everything has a spiritual makeup, and we can divide the spiritual makeup into three categories. There is holiness, godliness, kedusha, which is basically the category of things or actions that are completely, as we say, transparent. That's the word we use, right? Transparent. Godliness is revealed. It's clearly a divine act. Holiness, godliness, a divine, it's transparent. Nothing gets in the way. Nothing's blocking the light from shining through. Those are mitzvahs. You do an act of goodness, of kindness. You do a mitzvah. It's clearly holiness. It's godly, 100%. And then we have what we call klipas noiga. There's a klipa. The energy comes through this shell, this cover up. It's being blocked. It's not completely transparent. The holiness, the kedusha of it, the divine purpose of it, is not fully revealed. It's a klippa. And we said that klippa has two categories. There's klippas noiga, a shining klippa, a klippa that can be elevated, you can work with it, can be transformed. And that is, I would say, most of the world around us, most of our actions. On its own, it's, as you say, neutral. It's not a mitzvah, but it isn't necessarily a sin. It's something negative, evil. But on its own, it's still klippa. Godliness is not fully revealed. It's not fully transparent. And over here we say we have the ability to elevate. If we take something of the mundane, food, you're eating, and you're just, you're driving to an appointment, and you're taking your van and you're using it as a classroom. To give a Tanya class, you just took your Toyota Sienna and you have elevated it to a Tanya class, to something divine, right? That is klipas noiga. And then you have the third category, which is the three klippas. It's completely negative, completely evil in a way where the spiritual energy, the spiritual makeup of this, either the action or the item, is something which is so covered up. The divine energy is so covered up where we don't have the ability to elevate it. So this is what we've been speaking about over the last few weeks. So chapter 8 kind of continues on this theme. And it talks about, as we mentioned also in chapter 7, that there is the action and then there is the motive, right? Why are you doing it? So when it comes to klipas noiga, when it comes to the middle category, which we are able to elevate, so the action itself is, as we say, parav. It's not a sin, and when we have the right motives, when we have the right kavanah, we're able to elevate it. This is not so with the third category, and this is where he kind of develops this idea, and he uses the example of non-kosher food. So you're having your bacon and eggs for breakfast. So you have the act, what I'm doing, I'm eating non-kosher, and then you have the motive. Now, the motive may be a good motive, maybe divine. I need a good breakfast to go to my Tanya class. I need a good breakfast to go do my hospital visitations. I need a good breakfast so I should be able to be have a good mind, so I could sit and delve into the depths of Kabbalah and study Torah and Torah, right? So the motive may be positive, maybe divine, but if the act is something which is tied up in the negative forces, the negative energy of Kalipa, so there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the fact. The fact is that it's tied up in something negative. For example, what happens if you accidentally ate something poisonous? Something poisonous. It was an accident. You didn't know about it, and you meant well. You thought it was something healthy. Is the poison going to affect you? Yeah, of course it is. Because your motive doesn't change the fact. The fact that this is something poisonous, the problem is why it's dangerous. It's not dangerous because of the problem. In other words, it's not a problem because it's dangerous because it's a problem. So therefore, when someone says, I didn't know it wasn't kosher, right? Unfortunately, we have stories, just using kosher as an example. There are stories where you go to a kosher restaurant, it's all labeled kosher, kosher certified kosher. Then you find out, oh, this person was a scam. He was serving non-kosher meat. Unfortunately, this happened numerous times within the Jewish community, where Jewish owned, and you had certifications, whatever. The guy wanted to make actually a couple of bucks. It's cheaper to get some non-kosher meat, and they were serving non-kosher meat. So someone went there, good intentions. I'm eating kosher, and I'm doing it. I'm having a lunch and learn. We're going to study Torah while we're having some deli sandwiches, and later we find out, the deli sandwiches weren't kosher. So was I able to elevate those deli sandwiches? Now we're not talking about judging. We're not talking about punishment. That's a whole different discussion. The question now is, was I able to elevate this deli sandwich, which was unkosher, because I had a positive divine motive? And what the Tanya argues is, you have to know what the facts on the ground are. The fact that it has a kilipa energy, it means that it's tied into this negative energy, and we do not have the ability, no matter our motives, to elevate it. This is a powerful idea. It's not just about kosher. It's about all the laws of the Torah. The Torah laws are not subjective. They're not arbitrary. We don't just set laws because we have to, if everyone's gonna drive through a four-way intersection, we're all gonna hit each other. Okay, so we're gonna say stop at red and go at green. But if I'm driving at night and there's no cars on the road, is it dangerous? Is it really a problem? I may get stopped to get a ticket. But is it really an issue? It's not an issue. It's arbitrary. It's man-made. It's subjective. The rules of the Torah, yes, God has the right to set up rules for our society, but it's more than that. It's not subjective. It's not arbitrary. The rules of the Torah is telling us why we have to do so, because there's a spiritual energy. It's like the Torah says, don't eat this because it's poison. It's dangerous because it's poison. It's not poisonous because it's dangerous. First become right. The Torah is telling us, let me tell you about the divine energy. Let me tell you about the spiritual energy, the spiritual makeup of things, and therefore we should stay away from it. So even if it happens by mistake, even if I have positive motives, it's a sword. It's tied up. We are unable to elevate it, to transform it into kedusha. Am I going to be punished for it? That's a different discussion. Don't judge me. I had positive motives. But the facts on the ground is that certain things have this klipa energy, and it's important to know that, and they cannot be elevated. We're going to stop over here. This is the first section of chapter 8. And the chapter continues, we'll continue next week, talks about some rabbinical laws, it talks about what happens to a person after they die because of the indulgence in material pursuits. That's a beautiful discussion for the second half of chapter 8. I'll leave you with this. Sorry I have to run a little early. Good to see you all. And have a good week. Have a Shabbat Shalom. And we'll see you.
Thank you, Rabbi. That was good, even though it was short. It helped because it's a lot.
Appreciate it.
Nervous about Gehenna.
We'll talk about Gehenna next week, okay? Don't get nervous about it. Don't worry. It's not that bad.
There a long time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.